first with our visitors from Bethany, Oklahoma, the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, led by head coach Grant Ledbetter.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell, and you are getting a brand new look at Rav Rogers Field. Gavin Wallace, our drone pilot, giving you a look from above the field itself. As the teams are being introduced, it is Game 3 of a 3-game set between the Ouachita Tigers and the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. The Tigers have already claimed the series, but they're looking for the series sweep against their GAC foes. A win today could set up for a huge series next weekend at Henderson State University, with a chance to secure a GAC home series for the opening round of the Great American Conference Tournament here in just a couple of weeks. Of course, the winners of those series will be going to the semifinals, taking place at Dickey-Stephens Park, the home of the Arkansas Travelers in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Well, the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm has been introduced to the field, and the Tigers are currently being introduced. We'll go ahead and give you the starting 9 for the home squad. Dustin Bermudez leading it off, had a couple of home runs in yesterday's Senior Day doubleheader. G. Allen will be batting second. He has reached base safely 6 times already in this series. He's followed up by Mikey Quinones, who is second on the team in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. Cade Burris, who also had a home run yesterday, will be batting fourth for the Tigers, followed by Talon Heine in the 5-spot. Heine leading the team in batting average. Joseph Bolin having a breakout campaign for the Tigers in 2024. He will be in right field, followed by freshman breakout Wesley Scott. He will be in the 7th spot. Batting 8th, it'll be Colin Lyles, who got the Tigers on the board in Game 2 yesterday. That started a 4-run rally that ultimately lifted the Tigers to a 6-2 victory. That home run being Lyles' 4th of the campaign. And batting 9th, starting at the hot corner today for Ouachita, it will be the junior third baseman, Reese McWilliams. McWilliams with a single as a pinch hitter in Game 2 yesterday, and your starter on the mound will be the lanky right-hander Luke House. We're going to turn it over to the public address system, where the new wins record holder for Ouachita, Cooper Timmons, will be giving the opening prayer today, followed by the national anthem.
Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for everything that you do for us. I pray that today you can allow us to come out here and play this great game of baseball. I pray that you can keep both sides safe and away from injury, as well as everybody here in attendance. I pray that you can also just allow us to glorify you in everything that we do. In your name I pray. Amen.
Please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve it with the playing of our national anthem.
Pre-game festivities are wrapping up, and the national anthem gives way to Chris Stapleton's Midnight Train to Memphis. That means it is time for Luke House to take the mound. The Decatur, Texas native stands at 6'6", and he is very familiar with his catcher today, Mikey Quinones. Not only have the two played together here at Ouachita the past couple of years, they also played last summer with the Holly Springs Salamanders of the Coastal Plain League, one of the most prestigious summer college leagues in the United States. Both young men using that as an opportunity to grow not only in their individual skills but in their chemistry as a battery. Looking at House's numbers for the year, in terms of decisions, they've been pretty good so far. 6 of his 9 decisions have been wins. This is his 12th total appearance on the year, his 11th start. He's thrown 57 innings of work, striking out 57 batters to the tune of just 22 walks. The highlight for House would have to be a complete game shutout against the Arkansas Monticello Boll Weevils, who are currently sitting near the top of the Great American Conference in one of the top 2 spots. He threw 7 innings of shutout ball in a 7-inning affair to lock up the series win over Ouachita's in-state rival. And he is going to be looking for another big performance here today to close out the series against SNU. For the Crimson Storm, they have officially been eliminated from GAC tournament contention, but they still have a chance to play spoiler for the Tigers as they look to climb their way up the standings. Leading it off today for the Crimson Storm, it will be the shortstop Colby Entwistle, who actually played catcher during Game 1. Quinones takes his spot behind the plate. First pitch from House, misses down and in for ball 1. Beautiful day for baseball at Rab Rogers Field. Not a cloud in the sky from this point of view. The Tigers truly couldn't ask for any better weather this weekend for their senior weekend. Looking at today's forecast in particular, 66 degrees. As Entwistle sends this one into left field, and that will be our first base hit of the ball game. Allen cuts it off, relays it into Dustin Bermudez. But Colby Entwistle with a leadoff single for SNU. So with the runner on first and nobody out, we will see Blake Brinkmeyer step up to the plate. He was the hero in Game 2 yesterday for SNU, had both of the team's RBIs. Those are the only 2 RBIs thus far in the series for the visiting team. Sinker catches the outside corner for strike 1. Brinkmeyer, a freshman from Taylor, Texas. He receives the 0-1 from House, swing and a miss, and a breaking ball that darts out of the zone. It's 0-2. We'll see what Ouachita's right-hander draws up here against the left-handed bat of Brinkmeyer. The 0-2 pitch, curveball, sent out of play off to the left side, and in fact it will take a bounce off of the concrete. SNU's second baseman trying to battle. Here's the 0-2. This one's hit out to short. Bermudez throws it over to second, throw over to first. Just a tad bit late, but the Tigers do get the lead runner for the first out of the ball game. Following the fielder's choice, we will see Weston Hicks at the plate. He struggled a bit yesterday in Game 2 after a solid Game 1. He was really the bright spot in this Crimson Storm lineup, reaching base a total of 3 times, including 2 base hits, one of those being a double. He's going to send this one out to short, right to Bermudez, 6-4-2-3. That's the magic number for the Tigers as they will roll it up to end the inning. No runs on 1 hit and no errors for the Crimson Storm here in the top of the first. Tigers will have their first cuts at the plate when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Bit of an interesting situation here. Yesterday, you saw Trey Orman as the designated hitter for the Crimson Storm in both games of that doubleheader. Today, he's going to be your starting pitcher for the visiting squad. Orman set to face off against a lineup that did pretty well yesterday. Tigers found their footing early yesterday in Game 1 on the way to an 8-0 victory. Follow that up with a 6-2 win later in the day, although that one took a little bit more effort. The Tigers did not score a run until the bottom of the 5th inning. Looked like Patrick Hine might be on his way to a complete game shutout. Instead, the Tigers rally with back-to-back home runs, the first belonging to Colin Lyles, the second belonging to the man who will be digging in just a few moments, Dustin Bermudez. Bermudez, what a senior season it has been. He's homered 13 times thus far. That's a career high as well as a team high for the 2024 season. Also has a narrow advantage over his fellow Arizonan, Mikey Quinones, in the RBI category. Bermudez with 38, Quinones with 37. Well, Bermudez will be looking to add to his total right here, or at least put himself on base to open up the inning. We'll see what Orman dials up. First pitch of the at-bat, misses outside, and it's ball one. Bermudez, originally from Chandler, Arizona. Like Orman, a two-way player as he hits this one back up the middle, ricochets off Orman's glove. Throw over to first is there in time. So score that one 1-5-3. As Orman deflected it, Chance Bufford barehanded it without a second thought and then fires it over to first where Weston Hicks recorded the putout. What a play. Allen swings and misses on the first pitch. A breaking ball from Orman. Perhaps trying to work backwards here against the academic and athletic All-American from a year ago. 0-1 pitch, ripped to the right side, foul. Allen's been feeling it at the plate this weekend. In his senior weekend, he has reached base a total of 6 times, 5 of those on base hits, including a triple. He was the first run of the series, scoring on a sac fly for Mikey Quinones. 0-2 pitch, runs high, trying to tempt him with the high fastball. Couldn't get him to bite. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Orman. Swing and a miss for strike 3. It's a drop third strike. They're going to go ahead and fire it down to first just to be safe. And indeed, G. Allen will go down via the punch-out. First strikeout of the day for Trey Orman, and it is going to bring up Mikey Quinones. Chance for the Crimson Storm to record a 1-2-3 inning to start out the ball game. Going to take a fastball on the inside corner. Orman liked the spot, but the umpire did not. That's ball one. The 1-0 from Orman. Similar spot, different result. That's a strike. Quinones going to foul this one off of his shin. Orman seems pretty adamant about working Quinones inside. That last one a little bit further over the plate. We'll see if he stays inside or tries to fool him with something to the outer half. He does go to the outer half, but Quinones reaches out and slaps it foul over to the right side. Cade Burris waiting on deck, and he would be next. Quinones trying to give his teammate an opportunity at the plate. Here's the 1-2 from Orman. He stings this one to the right side, and that is going to fall for extra bases. Quinones has the green light. He's headed for 2. Here's the relay throw. But the young man from Phoenix, Arizona is in there with a 2-out double, and he's going to give a subtle shimmy this time. Quinones, known for his celebrations, and the senior has had plenty to celebrate in his final campaign with the Tigers. Add another double to his line for the year. That's his 11th of the season. So Cade Burris steps up to the plate here with 2 away and in an RBI opportunity. We'll see what the senior from Walnut Ridge can do as he takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Burris battled injury in 2023, but it has been a stellar comeback campaign here in his final year with the Tigers. He'll take one off the plate inside for ball 2. Thus far this year, batting just a shade under 300. He's homered 9 times, looking to become the 4th member of Ouachita's double-digit home run club. And he's also driven in 25. This one gets away, and that will allow Quinones to easily move up to third base. Nothing the catcher Sebastian Figa could do about that one. And it's 3-0. The 3-0 to Burris, taken outside for ball 4. Orman being very careful to the senior as he works his on base via the 4-pitch walk. Now a chance for the senior center fielder from Toole, Texas, Talon Heine. Heine has had a solid series as well. 3 hits in game 1 yesterday. Large part of why he is currently leading the team in batting average. And he's going to hit this one right back up the middle. It will be caught in center field. What a play by Jacob Martinez. The senior lays out to make a spectacular catch that saves a run. And the Tigers will have to wait to plate their first run of the ball game. SNU flashing the leather here to keep this game scoreless as we head to the second. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Luke House back out there on the mound for the Tigers for his second inning of work. Ouachita looking to wrap up a series sweep of the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. SNU looking to pick up a victory on the road. This is the first trip that SNU has made to Arkadelphia since 2022. That series resulted in a sweep. The Crimson Storm wants to avoid the same fate. The Tigers wanting to repeat it. Well, in case you missed it, spectacular play by Jacob Martinez ended the bottom half of the first. As Mikey Quinones doubled, advanced on a wild pitch. Cade Burris walked, and it looked like Talon Heine was about to drive home at least one of them on a line drive to center field. But a diving catch by Jacob Martinez makes sure that the score stays exactly where it is. In this inning, Martinez set to lead it off for us. He will be followed up by Chase Hudson. And after him, your pitcher for the day, Trey Orman. Here's the 1-0 from House. Stays a bit up. Now 2-0 to Martinez, who has been one of the best bats in this SNU lineup this year. House showing him the respect that he deserves. 3-0 count. Here's the next pitch. That one misses outside for ball 4. The junior right-hander wanted no part of the senior center fielder for the Crimson Storm, and he's on base with a 4-pitch walk.
Right fielder Chase Hudson.
Chase Hudson will dig in now for the visiting team. Slight wind blowing into right field as Hudson takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Martinez looking pretty aggressive over there. Going to check on the runner at first. He's back in time. Now we will have time called. One count to Hudson as the 0-1 misses the outer half of the plate. Hudson, a junior from Bixby, Oklahoma, trying to keep the line moving here for the Crimson Storm. Early in the ball game, check on the runner at first. He is once again back in time. Seeing a few defensive changes out there for the Tigers in this one compared to earlier in the series. Colin Lyles becomes the third different Tiger to start at first base. And now we're going to have a mound visit from Coach Luke Howard. Howard has played a very large role in developing House into the pitcher that he is today, along with pitching coach and recruiting coordinator Dave Brown. House actually entered Ouachita as an outfielder. That's what he was listed as on the freshman roster. But shortly before the season, he made the move to the mound, entered games from the bullpen. And although it was an up and down process, as is the case for many young college baseball players, he really had a breakout season last year on the mound. He finished second on the team in wins, worked his way into the starting rotation at the end of the year, and continued to grow in the summer. This one's going to fall in the gap for extra bases. Heine relays it in. Here's the throw to the plate. It's going to be close. Quinones, ball gets away from him. And that is going to be an RBI double for Chase Hudson. The Crimson Storm draws first blood in Game 3. It's 1-0. Just a good piece of hitting there from Hudson, and now House will look to try and regroup against Trey Orman. His opposing pitcher for the day, Orman, is going to pop one out of play over the grandstand here at Ouachita. I was talking with Ouachita pitcher Cooper Timmons before the game, and we were both talking about just how beautiful Rab Rogers has become over these last few years with all the different renovations, and particularly right now. Timmons has been with the program for 5 years, and he says this is the best condition I've ever seen the field in. It's just been a perfect combination of the weather and the hard work of the players keeping it up the way that it is. The grandstands have really added to the effect. Those were added prior to the start of last season as this one is popped up into the air. Heine ranges in, makes the play, and Hudson's not even going to think about tagging. One away in the top of the second, and that will bring up Chance Bufford. He had a highlight reel play of his own earlier in the ball game. Ball deflected off of the glove of Trey Orman. And in one swift motion, Bufford grabs it barehanded, fires it to first, and still makes the play. Now a 1-1 count to Bufford. He is originally from Norman, Oklahoma. 1-1, slider catches the outside corner for strike 2. Tiger fans trying to will on Luke House from the stands. Here's the 1-2. Goes back to the slider, reaches out, caught by Lyles. He was ready for the snap throw over to second, but Hudson able to scamper back. So with 2 away, Sebastian Figa will step up. Figa, originally from Odessa, Florida. He's going to take first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. The 0-1 hit out to shallow center field. Heine ranging in, going to call off Bolin and makes the play for out number 3. But the Crimson Storm does strike for 1 run on 1 hit. 1 man left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second, SNU enjoying a 1-0 lead. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. It will be Joseph Bolin, Wesley Scott, and Colin Lyles set to lead off the inning. There you get a look at Joseph Bolin getting warmed up in the on-deck circle. What a breakout year it has been for the former El Dorado Wildcat. Bolin looking at his numbers for the year, .324. This is his 32nd game in 36 total appearances. Just going down the line here, 6 home runs, 33 runs batted in, or excuse me, 27 runs batted in. That has him tied with the academic and athletic All-American from a year ago, G. Allen. So it has certainly been a special year for the Tiger right fielder, and we'll see what he can do in this situation. As mentioned on yesterday's broadcast, one of the highlights of the season for Bolin has to be that home run at Searcy, a game winner that gave the Tigers a 3-2 victory over the Bisons, their only win in that series. Bolin is going to take a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Orman certainly a fan of that slider, not afraid to throw that in any count. Here's the 0-1. Rip to the left side. Blocked by Bufford. Thrower to first. Scoop at first. Gets away from the first baseman, and that means Joseph Bolin will be safe. We'll see how this one's scored. Looks like it will initially be ruled as an error.
Now batting second baseman, Wesley Scott.
They're going to charge Chance Bufford with the error at third base. And now we'll see what Wesley Scott can do, taking his cuts from the right side of the plate. And this is interesting because he is set up for a righty-on-righty matchup. It's worth noting that Wesley Scott is a switch hitter. Don't usually see him taking cuts from the right-handed batter's box, but There's clearly some strategy going on behind this decision. Might have to do with that big hole on the right side of the infield right now being created by Bolin being at first. And we have got a balk ruled on Trey Orman. That will allow Bolin to move up into scoring position. This one gets away. Bolin's hustling right out of the box, and he's going to scamper up to third. The ball hasn't been put in play yet, but Joseph Bolin has gotten 180 extra feet off of this at-bat. Now just 93 feet away is the 3-1. Scott wanted to pull that ball into right or to left field, excuse me. Comes up empty-handed. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. The freshman second baseman will go down via the punch out, but not without a good fight. Not to mention that he allowed Joseph Bolin to move up 2 extra bases. Still a great RBI opportunity here for Colin Lyles. First pitch of the at-bat is swung on and missed for a strike. Lyles yesterday had the first run of the ball game in Game 2 for the Tigers, a solo home run that tied up the ball game. Started a 4-run rally for Ouachita. And what do you know? He's got the chance to do the same thing again right here. 1-0 ball game. Tigers still looking for that elusive first run. And in need of an offensive spark with a runner just 90 feet away. We'll see if the Tiger first baseman is up to the challenge. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Chops foul over to the left side. Reese McWilliams is waiting on deck for the Tigers. Bolin takes his lead at third, the 0-2. Really thought about going after it, but that's a great take by the freshman. The ball dipped inside at just the last second to make it a 1-2 count. Now Orman will look for a different put-away pitch, perhaps. The 1-2. Hit out to third. Bufford looks the runner back. Throw to first is there in time. So Bolin's going to have to stay put, and despite being at third, since there were no outs in the inning, Orman has allowed him to advance no further, and now it will likely take a base hit from Reese McWilliams to bring him home. First pitch of the at-bat. Once again working backwards, starting off speed, and he's going to get the strike call. It's 0-1. Big swing and a miss here from McWilliams. His eyes lit up when he saw that breaking ball, but it had some late movement on it. Good call there from Orman. The junior from Keller, Texas, looking to strand the tying run at third base. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball stayed a bit up. May have darted out just a hair off the plate as well. It's 1-2. SNU setting up away. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Went to old reliable, the slider. And he got McWilliams to swing through it. How about the clutch pitching there from Trey Orman? The man who started at DH in both games yesterday has a runner at third base with nobody out. How does he respond? Recording 3 straight outs of his own with allowing that tying run to score. As we head to the third, your score remains SNU 1, Ouachita nothing. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. SNU enjoying an early 1-0 lead in Game 3 of this 3-game Great American Conference Series. Originally scheduled for Friday and Saturday, backed up due to weather, but can't complain with the weather we ended up with. It has been absolutely gorgeous this weekend. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Next pitch, tapped foul at home plate. Oliver Wilson receives the 0-2, locks him up on the outside corner for strike 3. So the senior from Washington, Oklahoma is heading back to the dugout as the first out here in the top of the third. With that, the lineup card will turn over, and Colby Entwistle will have his second at-bat of the afternoon. First pitch misses high and away for a ball. Entwistle, 1 for 1 on the day. Started out the game with a base hit. Now a 1-1 count. Going back to that slider, and it works to perfection. 1-2 to the senior shortstop. House looking to make it back-to-back punch-outs to start out the inning. Here's the 1-2. It'll be tapped foul over to the left side. Valiant effort by the SNU third base coach to try and go for the bare hand. 1-2 again. Slider almost locked him up on the outer half. Instead, it's a good take for Entwistle. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch goes outside again. Entwistle thought about going after it. Appealed down to first. He did not. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch from House. Ripped to the left side, and Colby Entwistle has his second base hit of the ball game. The senior shortstop, 2 for 2 on the day. And now he has set things up for the red-hot bat of Blake Brinkmeyer. Brinkmeyer was retired in his first plate appearance. It was a fielder's choice. But he saw the ball well yesterday, getting a couple of hits, driving in a couple of runs. Runner in motion, popped up. And now there might be a close play at first. Play made by McWilliams. Throw to first is there in time. The hit and run backfires, and it's a 5-3 double play. Colby Entwistle kicking himself after that one. He stumbled on his way around second base, and that ended up costing him. We head to the bottom of the third. Your score, SNU 1, Ouachita nothing. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Tigers doubling off the Crimson Storm to finish off the inning. SNU going for the hit and run and ended up backfiring. McWilliams makes a good play at third. Entwistle struggles a bit on his return trip and ends up getting doubled off. Here in the bottom of the third, the top of the order will be due up for the Tigers, starting with Dustin Bermudez.
Shortstop, Dustin Bermudez.
Going to have time called here for a moment as everybody takes the opportunity to catch their breath. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Breaking ball misses outside. Orman loves to go to that pitch with sliding action in any count. Again, trying to cut over the plate. He'll try to meet in the middle this time, although not the direct middle. It's 2-0. Bermudez practically licking his chops here. This is right where the power bat of the shortstop wants to be. 2-0. Trying to work back outside so he couldn't get, so that he would have to reach. Couldn't get him to bite. It's 3-0. The next pitch from Orman misses high for ball 4. So Dustin Bermudez will work his way on base via a 4-pitch walk. That is the second base on balls that Trey Orman has surrendered today.
Now batting left fielder, G.
And it's going to bring up G. Allen. Allen fanned in his first plate appearance. He's going to take a straight fastball on the outside corner for a strike to open up this one. Allen batting .342 on the season. He's homered 11 times, and he's driven in 27. He stings this one to the left side and through for a base hit. That is the 6th base hit of the series for number 6 for the Tigers. And it brings up Mikey Quinones in an early RBI opportunity.
Mikey Quinones.
Mikey Quinones had the first home run of the series yesterday for the Tigers. One of 2 occasions where Ouachita had back-to-back home runs in the doubleheader. For just a few at-bats, he held the Tigers' team lead in homers before he had to share it with Dustin Bermudez, and then Bermudez took it outright in game 2 with a solo shot of his own. That one put the Tigers up in that game. 0-1 pitch, bounces to home plate. Keeping an eye on Bermudez. Here's the 1-1 from Orman. Squares it up pretty well, gives it a good ride out to deep right field, but it will be a foul ball. Cade Burris in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. Again, Orman keeping a close eye on Bermudez. Also got to watch Allen. He's a threat on the base paths as well. This one is going to get away from the catcher. That is Sebastian Figa. Check on the runner at second. Throws it back to Entwistle. Entwistle's had a solid start to game 3, already 2 for 2 at the plate in his own right. He's got 2 of the Crimson Storm's 3 hits. 2-2 pitch. Hit out to second, misplayed it. That's going to get through for a base hit. Bermudez has the green light. He's headed for home. Bermudez crosses the plate as the game-tying run, Mikey Quinones. Give him another RBI. He is now tied for with Bermudez for the team lead with 38. We got a brand new ball game, folks, here in inning number 3. It's 1-1. Quinones, great start to the day for him, 2 for 2. And put another RBI to his total. Now we're going to have a mound visit here as Trey Orman really struggling here against the top of the order. Cade Burris is going to step up with a chance to give the Tigers the lead. You have to wonder what Southern Nazarene is going to go for here. Are you willing to sacrifice a run to get 2? In a close game like this, where runs could potentially be at a premium, this is where the strategy really comes into play. Here's the first pitch from Orman, taken outside corner for a strike. G. Allen stands at third base, and Quinones stands at first. Swing and a miss for a strike. Burris, like Quinones, has spent plenty of time behind the dish. In fact, he split time at the catching position with Quinones a season ago. Burris was the full-time starting catcher the year prior. He began splitting time after battling back from injury, and this year he has served in a DH capacity along with some first base. Burris, good take there as that one just missed the plate for ball 1. Talon Heine, the speedy center fielder from Toole, Texas, waiting on deck. 1-2 pitch to Burris is going to be popped out of play over the right side. Braden Tucker running a few extra baseballs out there to the umpire. Tucker helped lock down the game and the series yesterday for the Tigers in game 2 of the doubleheader. The 1-2. Hit to the left side, gets past Bufford, and that'll be through for a base hit. Actually, it'll be ruled an error. So the miscue by the Southern Nazarene defense allows Ouachita to take the lead. And not only that, there's still nobody out for Talon Heine with another RBI opportunity looming. This could be a massive inning for the Tigers. Orman wants to limit the damage. There is a righty getting loose out there for the Crimson Storm. Heine showing bunt, pulls it back at just the right second. Heine, one of 8 seniors recognized yesterday as part of the Senior Day festivities. He has had a really solid senior campaign as he pops this one up over to the right side, going to be playable for the second baseman. And you can credit that put out to Blake Brinkmeyer. So with one away, Joseph Bolin will step up to the dish.
Now batting right fielder, Joseph Bolin.
That one runs in and drills him. Dangerous spot to be in now. There are ducks on the pond for Wesley Scott. And again, Scott going with that right-handed batter's box here. Despite it being a right-handed pitcher on the mound. First pitch of the at-bat taken outside for ball one. One 0 pitch. Will catch that inside corner for a strike. 1-1 now to the senior from Dallas, Texas, who played his high school baseball at Lake Highlands. And now we will have a word between Coach Howard and his second baseman. Scott has struggled a little bit at the plate in this series, but you had to expect that the freshman was going to face some adversity at some point. He has been on fire throughout the season. Had a 16-game hit streak earlier in the year, and although he's cooled off a little bit, still a threat to make a difference in any given game. Looking at his numbers, he is still third on the team in runs batted in with 33. He's also got 6 home runs to his credit, and an on-base percentage north of 375 entering today's game. He's going to tap this one foul over to the left side. Now 2-2 to Scott. Two count. One away in the inning. Next pitch. Misses the zone for ball 3. One of the biggest pitches of the young game coming up right here. Bases loaded, full count, one away. The pitch hit up to short. This could be 2. 6 to 4 to 3, but it's not there in time. Wesley Scott is going to pick up the RBI thanks to some good hustle on the fielder's choice. And Ouachita adds on another. It's 3-1. But the rally's not over yet, as Colin Lyles is due up at the plate with a runner standing just 90 feet away. Another runner standing at first in the form of Scott. And it looked like originally we might see a pitching change, but it looks like there's a brief discussion about maybe the ruling over at first base. Grant Ledbetter seemed satisfied with the answer that he got, albeit a bit frustrated with the outcome. Runners heading for second. Scott catching the defense napping, no throw down. Great opportunity here for Lyles to do some damage. Swing and a miss for a strike. Lyles, originally from Rockwall, Texas. Played high school ball at Rockwall Heath before joining the Tigers in Arkadelphia. He's had a great freshman season as well. Batting over 260, 4 home runs, and 24 runs batted in. He's been a pretty solid presence in the starting lineup this year as well at both corners of the infield. This one gets away. Is it long enough? Flip over to to home, to the pitcher. And Tigers are going to have to retreat. Cade Burris thought about going there, but didn't quite know how much time he would have. The 3-1. Ripped to the left side. This one could be trouble, and it is a foul ball. Had it been a few feet to the left, it probably would have plated two. Instead, Lyle's going to have to regroup for a full count. Something will have to give here. The payoff pitch. Jammed off the edge of the bat. Going to be a close play, but good job there. The pitcher, Orman, sticking with it to retire the side. But the Tigers do strike for 3 runs to give Ouachita a 3-1 lead heading into the middle innings. You're watching the series finale between the Tigers and the Crimson Storm right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Luke House steps back out onto the mound with the lead this time. His team up 3-1 and looking to lock down the series sweep over the SNU Crimson Storm. The Tigers have already secured their place in the Great American Conference Tournament, but they want to get that 18th win in conference play to really make things interesting going into the regular season series finale against Henderson State. Battle of the Ravine is always fun, but when it has implications like this, that's when things really get interesting.
Batting for the Crimson Storm, first baseman Weston Hicks.
Weston Hicks set to lead it off for the Crimson Storm. First pitch, a slider, and it catches the outside corner for a strike. This one's going to be foul tipped off of the mid of Quinones. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch squared it up pretty well, and that was a line drive off the top of the athletic offices out there in left field. 0-2 pitch. That got him to go fishing after a curveball down in the zone for strike 3. That'll be the second punch out of the afternoon for Luke House, and it's going to bring up the center fielder, Jacob Martinez. Martinez walked in his first plate appearance and later came around to score. That is the only run of the day for SNU. He scored on an RBI double from Chase Hudson, who is waiting on deck. That one misses down low, 2-0. Now a 2-1 count. Martinez in the driver's seat, and he could be on his way to his second walk of the game. We'll see what House has up his sleeve as the 3-1 will catch that outside corner for a strike. Located the fastball in just the right spot. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball runs inside for ball 4. Looked like Quinones was originally setting up away.
fielder Chase Hudson.
But he indicated as if that wasn't really a bad spot that it ended up in anyways. He didn't miss over the heart of the plate. In fact, he made a competitive pitch on the inside. But nonetheless, it'll be a one-out walk as Martinez now stands on first. And Chase Hudson digs in. This is going to get through the right side of the infield. Martinez headed for third. Great hustle right off the bat, and he's standing up at third following the single from Chase Hudson, his second hit of the game. Just like that, the tying run's on base. And the potential go-ahead run is at the plate, this time in the form of your pitcher today, Trey Orman. He's got a chance to help his own cause. Slider catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. That's a thing that both of these pitchers share in common. They both love that slider. House going back to his again. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from House. Quinones keeping an eye on that runner at third as it misses for ball 2. (2-1), trying to go with the fastball down and in. Couldn't get the call. It's 3-1 now to Orman. We'll see if House challenges him here. The 3-1 pitch. Hit to the left side. Orman squared it up okay that time. But it was off to the side foul. Payoff pitch is popped up over to the right side. Lyle's going to make a little bit of a basket catch there for out number 2.
Third baseman Chance Bufford.
So a 2 away, Chance Bufford due up at the plate. Third baseman steps up in a big spot. If he could send one into the outfield, he's likely going to bring home that runner from third. If he can hit it into the gap, he might even be able to tie up this ball game. If he hits it over the wall, you're looking at a lead for SNU. He hits this one to the left side. Diving effort by McWilliams. Throw to first is there in time. They call it the hot corner for a reason. Line driving McWilliams was right there to make a spectacular play. Well done. Tigers hold the Crimson Storm off the scoreboard here in the top of the 4th. They'll try to add on some insurance when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Taylor King Law, we understand that being injured can be a stressful and overwhelming experience.
And that's why we're here to help you every step of the way.
As your dedicated legal team, we'll stand by your side when you're being ignored.
We'll be on your side to fight for the compensation you deserve.
Don't let the insurance companies intimidate you. Let us go to work for you.
Call us today and let us help you get back on the road to recovery.
On your side, by your side. When you've been injured, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Plenty of smiles to go around on this senior weekend. You can see Cade Burris there, cutting it up with his teammates. Also a smile there on Coach Howard's face. His team has had a lot to celebrate this weekend. Not only do you get to recognize the seniors, but you also clinch your spot in the Great American Conference Tournament. And things are really getting interesting across the ravine right now because the Reddies are facing off against Oklahoma Baptist. Oklahoma Baptist trying to inch one game closer to punching its ticket to the Great American Conference Tournament. As it stands right now, the magic number to clinch is 17. Oklahoma Baptist is at 15. Henderson State got its 17th yesterday to punch its ticket. Right now, the Reddies looking to rally, down 3-2 against the Bison.
Back for the Tigers, third baseman, Reese McWilliams.
Now we'll see Reese McWilliams at the plate, and if you missed it in the top half of this inning, Williams laying out to make a spectacular play in the hole. Here's the 0-1 now to McWilliams. Going to take it outside corner for strike two. McWilliams did not like the location of that one. Tiger third baseman from Little Rock, Arkansas, former Catholic High Rocket. And he's going to swing and miss here for strike three. So Trey Orman sets down the first batter of the inning on just 3 pitches. And with that, the lineup card is going to turn over for Dustin Bermudez. There you are getting a beautiful look from above at Rab Rogers Field. You can see Highway 7 running behind the ballpark over to the right side. Just a beautiful day for baseball. Here's Bermudez. Launches this one over the head of the shortstop Entwistle for his first base hit of the game. This is the part of the lineup that has given Orman the most trouble. And speaking of trouble, G. Allen is due up at the plate.
Now batting left fielder, G. Allen.
Allen already has 6 hits on the series. And he's looking to add another right here. This one runs high, throw down to second, not there in nearly enough time. Bermudez got a great jump at first. That will be his first stolen base of the year. His first attempt as well. Gonna have time called here as it looked like the catcher, Sebastian Figa, was trying to adjust his pitch comm system. 1-0, swing and a miss for a strike. One. Allen got under it a bit. Sent out to center field. Play is going to be made. Bermudez fakes a tag and retreats back to second. That'll be the second out of the inning. And it brings up Mikey Quinones. Quinones already on a tear today. He's got a single and a double. Will he add another leg to the cycle right here? Let's see. Once again, want to give a shout out to Gavin Wallace, our drone pilot for the day. One of the many talented members of our freshman class here at OSDN. And I actually just got a correction. It'll be Chris Babb running the drone, one of our 2 licensed pilots on the crew today. Babb, of course, also the director of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The 0-2 runs high. Quinones will get to see a 1-2. Orman trying to hang up a 0. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Quinones just able to spoil it off to the left side. He has been a tough out today. The 1-2 pitch hit out to second. Second baseman in position. Throw over to first is there in time, and that is going to do it for the 4th inning of play. So Dustin Bermudez gets a base hit, steals his first base of the year, but will be stranded in scoring position. We're heading to the 5th, and your score is Ouachita 3, SNU 1. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. The series finale between SNU and Ouachita here in beautiful Arkadelphia, Arkansas. You are quite literally getting a bird's eye view right now. Tigers getting warmed up for their 5th inning out in the field, and Luke House looking to qualify for the win if he can hold on to the lead by the conclusion of this inning. He's thrown well today, despite a hiccup in the 2nd where he allowed a run on an extra base hit. Also getting a look at some of the athletic facilities beyond Rab Rogers Field. You can see the Tigers football facility and practice field. And further over to the left, you can see the construction site of the new Ouachita Track and Field Complex. Very exciting time for the Tigers men's and women's track and field programs. They are wrapping up the regular season and getting ready for the Great American Conference Tournament here in just a few days. Speaking of the GAC tournament, baseball will be there before you know it. This is the next to last series of the regular season. The Tigers will finish off their regular season on the road, though not too far away. They'll be at Clydeberry Field at Henderson State, quite literally across the street. 2-0 pitch. Catches the inside corner for a strike. As of right now, Arkansas Tech tops the standings with a 20-8 record, a win percentage of 714. Arkansas Monticello looming close behind, 21-9, winning percentage of 700. Harding in 3rd at 20-9, winning percentage of 690. And then your 4th spot belongs to Southern Arkansas. The 3-2 pitch misses for ball 4. So Sebastian Figa works the walk to start out the inning, and that is going to bring up Oliver Wilson. The Mule Riders record in 4th place is 18-11, win percentage of 621, and then it is a 3-way tie at the moment for 5th place between Northwestern Oklahoma State, Ouachita Baptist, and Henderson State. Showing bunt here. Wilson can't pull it back in time. That was very close. Sebastian Figa had a dangerous lead that time. He thought that the bunt was going to be laid down. Snap throw by Quinones almost got him, and the slide was also a little bit short. Had to extend even further. This one will get away from Quinones. He thought it might have been foul tipped, but it was not, and that allows SNU's catcher to move up an extra 90 feet. We'll see if the bunt is still on here for Oliver Wilson, if he tries to move him up 90 feet or if he tries to swing away and maybe even bring him home. Only time will tell here. The 1-1 from House, showing bunt, late decision, and he can't pull it back in time. It's 1-2. Eyeing the runner at second, the 1-2. Hit out to first. Lyles going to take it himself, score at 3 unassisted. Meanwhile, Sebastian Figa is going to move up an extra 90 feet to third base. With that, the lineup card will turn over, and Colby Entwistle is presented with an early RBI opportunity. Although not so early now, we have already reached the middle innings. This game has flown by. Quinones with a good block behind home plate on the breaking ball. If the result stays the same, which actually it's changed over at Henderson State, the Reddies have taken the lead 4-3. Ouachita will have a shot at outright 5th place if Oklahoma Baptist can find a way to rally in the top of the 9th. As Northwestern Oklahoma State, the final game of their series against the SAU Mule Riders has been canceled. So they will stay at 17-12 in conference play heading into next weekend. Meanwhile, it's a 2-1 count now to the batter Entwistle. The 2-1 pitch from House. Sinker runs inside. It's 3-1. Hit pretty well out to left field, off the edge of the bat. Allen lays out and makes the catch. Or did he? We still haven't had an official ruling. Now we do. What a play from Allen, but he did collide pretty hard with the ground. Had to take a moment to catch his breath as it looked like his sunglasses might have bounced off and back into his eyes. Might have even cut up his face a little bit. Coach Howard's going to go out to have a look at him. Meanwhile, they're going to say that the runner did not tag. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Grant Ledbetter can't believe it. Now we're going to have a meeting of the minds. Lots of confusion here at Rab Rogers Field. And you are getting the closest view in the ballpark from right over the top. Let's take another look here. Did he start early? Ooh, it's close. Sure looked like he might have tagged properly, but umpire saw it differently. It's tough to tell from our vantage point. It looked like he was still on the bag, but he might have been just a foot shy. Nonetheless, we're switching sides here and going to the bottom of the, or excuse me, no, hold on a second. They have confirmed that the runner tagged. Defense is going back out now. It's 3-2. Thanks for sticking with us through the confusion. Coach Howard having a word with the home plate umpire. So the umpires have reversed their original decision, which might have been the right call in this situation, as it did look like the runner tagged. We still don't have a clear answer. G. Allen going back out to left field. That was also part of the stoppage in play. Now we have confirmed it's been ruled a sac fly. 3-2. And that is going to bring up Blake Brinkmeyer. He was actually getting checked out with potential injury there towards his face. Again, he collided with what looked to be his sunglasses, and really just a tough spot on the turf, laying out to make a great play. Ringmeyer's going to foul this one out of play. It's 1-1. We do thank you for sticking with us through all the confusion. Again, the confirmed call on the field is a line out to left field. Great play by G. Allen. Meanwhile, it was a successful tag from third base that allowed SNU to score the run. It's now 3-2 in the ball game. 1-2 pitch, fouled at home plate. Brinkmeyer trying to keep the inning alive. Quinones taking this moment to talk things over with House. Both of these guys have a lot of experience together playing baseball at a high level, including the college league with Holly Springs. And both of these guys, there's a chance you could see them playing at the next level. It'll be fun to see where their careers go from here. Another guy that you could see playing at the next level is patrolling left field right now, G. Allen. 1-2 pitch, runs high and away, 2-2. Brinkmeyer showing great poise at the plate for a freshman. You'd never know it from his approach in this at-bat. Remains 2-2 after this foul ball, and after it looked like we might have a quick end to the top of the fifth inning, got a nice little battle going here. Brinkmeyer really making House earn this last out. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. Went after it down and away, and Luke House does qualify for the winning decision, holding on to the Tigers' lead, although it has been cut in half. It's a sac fly on a line drive. Great play by G. Allen to prevent an extra base hit. But as we head to the bottom of the fifth, your score is Ouachita 3, SNU 2. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. 3-2 your score as we are halfway home at Rab Rogers Field, preparing for the bottom of the fifth inning. 4, 5, and 6 will be due up for the Tigers, starting off right here with Cade Burris. Had a couple of nice extra base hits yesterday, including a home run in Game 1 and a 2 RBI double in Game 2. First pitch of the at-bat from Orman, slider, swing and a miss away. It's 0-1. Next pitch from Orman, misses low and in. Now 1-1 to the senior from Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. So misses down and away, 2-1. Burris, one of 3 members of this senior class to both start and end their careers at Ouachita. Joining him in that distinction is Hayden Childers. Next pitch, ripped to the left side, but right to the third baseman Bufford for out number 1. So with 1 away, Talon Heine is set to dig in. He is one of 5 seniors that started their college career at another school but made their way to Tiger Nation. But as I mentioned yesterday, not one of these men looks out of place. Really the theme for this senior class is this idea of finding home. And that's true for every one of these men. They have really found their spot on this roster. Not only have they found it, but they've embraced it, and they've continued to get better in it with each passing year. And that's a reason why we are currently in the midst of one of the most successful stretches in Ouachita baseball history. It's because of the leadership of young men like Talon Heine and his classmates. The 1-1 runs high. It's 2-1 now. The third member of the Tigers senior class that both started and finished their career at Ouachita was Cooper Timmons, who has left his mark on Ouachita's record book. This season alone, he has set a new school record for career strikeouts. Just yesterday, he tied the school record for career wins. Got a chance to best that next week against Henderson State. His career has been nothing short of remarkable. The senior class full of record setters, all-conference players, all-American players. And this one is sent out to short. Throw over to first is there in time. And now Trey Orman has set the table for a 1-2-3 inning. But in order to get that, he's going to have to get through Joseph Bolin. Score update from across the ravine. Henderson State defeats Oklahoma Baptist 4-3. So the Oklahoma Baptist Bison going to have to wait another day to clinch their spot in the Great American Conference Tournament. And Henderson State, for the time being, has outright claim to 5th place in the GAC. The Tigers have a chance to tie them with a win here in Game 3 of this series. That would set up for a massive series next weekend. Taken inside for a strike. Right now for the Tigers, you're keeping an eye on those in-state rivalries also going on across the state. Arkansas Tech facing off against Harding. Both of those teams realistically with an opportunity to claim a GAC regular season title and the #1 series in the tournament. 2-1 from Bolin. Hit back up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first is there in time. Some nice fielding in this inning from Colby Entwistle. And that's going to do it for inning number 5. As we head to the 6th, we've got a good one here at Rab Rogers Field. Your score is Ouachita 3, SMU 2. Luke House will be back on the bump when we come back. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Batting for the Crimson Storm, first baseman Weston Hicks.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Luke House back out there on the mound for the Tigers. He's got a chance to qualify for a quality start here, but Weston Hicks already putting a challenge to that with a leadoff single. He is the tying run in this ball game, and that brings up the go-ahead run, perhaps, in the form of Jacob Martinez. Chase Hudson waiting on deck. Jacob Martinez has already walked twice today in his first 2 plate appearances. He wouldn't mind doing that again right here and setting the table for Chase Hudson, who already has an RBI double to his credit. First pitch of the at-bat misses down low. It's 1-0. Quinones sets up away with the sinker, and it misses outside. 2-0. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. Martinez wasn't a fan of that one. The 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Took a bit off of that one. Had Martinez out in front. We'll see if House stays off speed or if he tries to speed things up again. The 2-2 pitch. Changeup gets away from Quinones, and that is going to allow the lead runner to scamper up to second. Hicks is now in scoring position. It's a full count with SNU's best batter at the plate. Here's the payoff. Breaking ball misses down and in for ball 4. Martinez has walked for the 3rd time today.
Right fielder Chase Hudson.
And now a chance for Chase Hudson to really leave his mark on this game as Mikey Quinones is going to go out and have a word with his pitcher. Cameron Marchand looks to be stretching out there. Also joining him looks to be Andrew Hayden. Hayden Childers will also be getting loose out there. One of the seniors that was recognized yesterday. Now this has turned into a full-blown mound visit with all the infielders and Luke Howard going to talk with Luke House, going over the game plan here. This is a tough spot for the Tigers in a 1-run ball game. Lead runners in scoring position. He's got the go-ahead run right behind him, still nobody out. And you've got a guy that's already had an extra base hit for an RBI today. Things are looking good here for SNU. However, you know that Washita is going to try and make him earn it out there. Luke House is a pitcher that has learned to battle adversity throughout his time here at Washita. Again, he was kind of tested by fire as a freshman. After making a quick move to the bullpen, he kind of worked his way through things on the field itself. Had his fair share of ups and downs, but that's part of what has made him the pitcher that he is today. The 0-1 from House, showing bunt, pulls it back. It's 1-1. Again, House trying to work that sinker, perhaps. Swinging away, sends this one out to deep center field. Talon Heine's ranging back. He's going to make the play, but this should be deep enough for the lead runner to tag. Bermudez cuts it off, but Hicks is up to third. That's going to set up a golden RBI opportunity here for Trey Orman.
Now batting the pitcher, Trey Orman.
He's got a chance to help his cause in every sense of the word right here. Orman, the starting pitcher today for SNU. An RBI here would put him in a position for a no decision. Runner showing steal at first, but ends up scampering back. Hicks stands at third. Martinez stands at first. House checks on the runner at first. He's back in time. Check on the runner again. He's back in time. Martinez taking a dangerous lead, and this one is drilled to deep left center field. Both outfielders going back. They will look up and kiss it goodbye. That is a 3-run go-ahead home run for the pitcher, Trey Orman. Orman gives the Crimson Storm a 2-run lead here in the top of the 6th inning. The quality start is off for Luke House, and it also looks like this will be the end of his day. Coach Howard making the long walk out to the mound, and Hayden Childers set to enter the ball game. We will tell you more about the former Batesville Pioneer when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Hayden Childers entering the contest for the Tigers. And it's a brand new ball game right now, as SNU has not only tied up the ball game, they've taken the lead on a 3-run home run from Trey Orman. That has quieted the crowd a little bit here at Rab Rogers Field, although everybody's still enjoying the sunshine out here at the ballpark, and there's still plenty of baseball left to be played. Right now, Childers just trying to get the Tigers to the bottom half of the inning without any further damage done. Looking at his numbers for the year, he has 26 innings of work under his belt in his final year with the Tigers. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 save. He has struck out 13 batters and walked 12. It'll be a big inning right here for both teams. Ouachita wanting to stay in striking distance. SNU wanted to play a little bit of a spoiler here against the Tigers. Ouachita currently standing in a tie for 6th place. If they lose this game, they'll drop to 7th. Henderson State has already reached 5th place. Get a look a few moments ago, just a hanging slider here from Luke House. Orman connected and did not look back.
94, son of Nazarene, the third baseman, Chance Bufford.
Both outfielders thought they might have a play on it, but that ball just kept carrying and carrying until it was a souvenir in the left center field gap. But right now, we turn our attention back to Chance Bufford at the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day, although he's had some excellent defense at third base. 1-0, fouled into the backstop. Hayden Childers going to go ahead and get the baseball himself, but Quinones going to trade off with him. One pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. Out in front of a good slider. The 1-2 pitch. Cutter misses down low. It's 2-2. The next one from Childers. Stays in the zone. McWilliams throws it over to first. His throw's there in time. That'll be the second out here in the top of the 6th inning. And it's going to bring up the catcher, Sebastian Figa. Catcher looking to keep this rally going for SNU. His team in the best spot it's been all weekend. Prior to this game, SNU had only scored 2 runs total in the series. Both of those runs coming in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. They've now more than doubled that total here in Game 3. 5 runs already across. Gives this one a pretty good ride out to center field, but it is right to Talon Heine for out number 3. And the top of the 6th inning comes to a close. Hayden Childers does his job out of the bullpen. But before he enters the ball game, SNU takes the lead on a 3-run home run from Trey Orman. He has put himself in a position to win the ball game. We'll see if he can do just that when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
As a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. New pitcher on the mound for the Crimson Storm, and it is going to be the junior right-hander, Gunnar Phillips. Phillips, a hometown kid from the Oklahoma City area. And he is looking to keep the lead intact for the Crimson Storm. Tigers have their work cut out for them down the stretch here, down by 2 runs. You could really feel a change in the mood here. Tigers were all smiles a few moments ago, but now it's back to business. Well, folks, whether you are tuning in from Bethany, Oklahoma, right here in Arkadelphia, or somewhere in between, we are so glad that you tuned in to this broadcast of the award-winning Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. This is a student-led broadcast out of the Rogers Department of Communications right here at Ouachita Baptist University. And we consider it a joy to help bring these games into your home. So we will see Wesley Scott do up at the plate, and again, he's going to be taking his cuts from the right-handed batter's box. Although he is a switch hitter, he's opted to go this way against righties today. Here's the first pitch showing bunt. Lays it down. It's a pretty good one. Bufford charging in. Throw to first is there in time. And that's where you just got to tip your cap to Bufford. Great read off the bat. Great hustle to pick up the ball, scoop it up, and fire it over in time.
Now batting first baseman, Colin Lyles.
So after the bunt for hit attempt was snuffed out, we will see Colin Lyles do up at the plate. He'll be followed up by Reese McWilliams, representing the true bottom of the order. Now an 0-1 count to Lyles, the freshman occupying first base today. He hits this one to the left side. That is going to be ruled a foul ball. Umpire says it was just a few inches over to the left. Slight breeze blowing in right now. Phillips, the 0-2. Runs high and away for a ball. One-two pitch will skip to home plate, 2-2. Lyles showing some solid patience here. So after those last two waste pitches, we'll see if Phillips is a little bit more aggressive. Indeed he is, but he just misses the outside corner for ball 3. Phillips' teammates willing him on from the visiting dugout. The payoff pitch popped up. Should be playable on the left side of the infield, drifting into the left field grass. And Entwistle's going to stick with it to record the putout. So with 2 away, Reese McWilliams will step in. He is 0 for 2 on the day thus far. And he's going to take a breaking ball down in the zone for strike 1. 0-1, little tapper sent out to third. That's fair ball. Bare hand throw to first is not there in time. McWilliams beats it out, and the umpire says that the first baseman, Hicks, stepped off the bag anyways. That was a valiant effort from Bufford at the hot corner as he tried to pull off his second barehanded play of the inning. But now there will be a runner on for the top of the order in Dustin Bermudez, and the Tigers would love for him to do what he did yesterday. Let's hit a couple of home runs. Now they have... Okay, there was a brief outroar, or an outroar from the crowds. Outrage is another good way to put it. Let's take a look again at third. Bufford charges this ball well. McWilliams is so fast, though. Even if Hicks hadn't been pulled off the bag slightly, he would have beat it out. It's an infield single for McWilliams, the 5th hit of the game for the Tigers. Now we will see Dustin Bermudez. Check on the runner at first. He is back in time. McWilliams has not attempted a stolen base this year. First pitch here, catches the inside corner for a strike. Slider catches the outside corner for strike 2. Gunnar Phillips going right after Bermudez with a couple of really good pitches. We'll see if he can get a put away right here or if Bermudez can keep the inning alive. Check on the runner at first. Dangerous lead from McWilliams, but he's back in time. Great reaction by Phillips. Breaking ball. Dips into the dirt. Figa is able to keep it in front of him, and it's 1-2. One-two. Tapper sent out to second. Throw to first is there in time, and the side is retired. So Reese McWilliams is able to extend the inning with an infield single, but the inning is extended no further as we head to the top of the 7th. Your score is SNU 5, Ouachita 3. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. It will be Hayden Childers back out there on the mound for his second inning of relief work. He got the last 2/3 of the sixth when SNU scored 3 runs on a 3-run homer from Trey Orman, helping his own cause and putting himself in line for the win. We'll see if the bullpen can hang on for the victory. The Tigers looking to come back and finish off a series sweep. They've got a little added incentive right now too, because as we mentioned earlier, Henderson State has already claimed outright 5th place for the time being in the Great American Conference. The Tigers can stake their own claim to that spot if they come up with a victory today. That's going to make for an interesting series next weekend, as with the top 6 teams all playing each other in the conference potentially.
Batting for the Crimson Storm, left fielder Oliver Wilson.
You were likely going to see some serious winners go ahead and host one of the opening round series in the Great American Conference tournament. The Tigers want to play at least 2 more here at Rab Rogers Field in the first weekend of May. If they can claim a victory there, they will punch their ticket to the semifinals, which take place at Dickey Stevens Park up in North Little Rock. It'll be the 3rd straight year that the tourney has been held in the natural state. Back in 2022, it was held at the newly constructed Majestic Park complex out in Hot Springs. In 2023, the ballpark made the move to Arvest Ballpark in Springdale, Arkansas. Now the tournament making its return trip to Central Arkansas, but Hayden Childers is going to give up a 4-pitch walk here to Owen Wilson to start out the inning. The 9-hole hitter does his job getting on base, and with that, the lineup card is going to turn over for Colby Entwistle. Showing bunt, bunts it off of himself. So far today, it's been a great day for Entwistle. 2 for 2. And he's also got a sacrifice to his name. That drove in a run. Check on the runner at first. He is back in time. Showing bunt, lays it down, Childers fields it, throw to first is there in time. Meanwhile, the lead runner is going to move up an extra 90 feet. Oliver Wilson at second base with Blake Brinkmeyer due up at the plate. He had a great game too yesterday, driving in Southern Nazarene's only 2 runs. We're going to have a mound visit here from Coach Howard, and we'll see if that is the day for his senior right-hander out of the bullpen. There is another righty getting loose out there, and it is tough to tell from this vantage point, but it appears to be Tag Payco. Childers likely wanting to stay in this game a little bit longer, but I believe that is going to be the day, as Payco is already making his way out of the bullpen, and Hayden Childers departs from Rab Rogers Field for what could be the final time in his illustrious career with the program. A young man who has done a little bit of everything for the Tigers. He's played catcher, he's been a bullpen pitcher, he's also been a midweek starter. But now he is going to turn the ball over to Tag Paco, the sophomore out of Rockwall, Texas. We'll tell you more about him when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. As we return to the ballpark, you can probably hear Voodoo Child, Slight Return by Jimi Hendrix, playing over the loudspeakers behind me. That means that it is time for Tag Paco to take over on the mound. The sophomore is from Rockwall, Texas, and you get a look at his stats right there. This is his 13th appearance of the year thus far on the season. 2 wins and 4 decisions. He's got 14 innings of work under his belt. He's got an ERA of 4.5. That strikeout to walk ratio, though, is looking pretty good. 15-6, and that opponent batting average also looks great as well, standing at 122. Well, the Tigers are going to need him to step up in a tough spot right here. Runner in scoring position, 1 away. The Tigers wanted to stay in striking distance in their final regular season conference game at home this season. They will have one more game in the regular season right here at Rab Rogers Field. That is tomorrow against the Harding Bison. You can catch that game right here on OSDN. That will cap off 3 straight days of Tiger Baseball on OSDN. And pending the results of the final GAC standings, those may be our final baseball broadcasts of the year. Tag Paco going to miss down low on his first pitch, ball 1. He is facing off against Blake Brinkmeyer. Brinkmeyer already with a couple of ribbies in the series. He wants to add on more. 1-0, fastball, catches the outside corner for a strike. Both teams willing on their representatives in this battle. Ball gets away from Quinones. That's a great reaction, though. And before Wilson could even think about trying to take third, Quinones already had it. Two-one pitch, showing bunt, and it will fall away to the side out in front of the home dugout. Looks like Andrew Cox will step out to retrieve the baseball. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Had him swing out of his shoes that time for out number 2. That is punch out number 16 of the year for Tag Paco. And it's going to bring up Weston Hicks. Trying to strain that runner in scoring position. First pitch of the at-bat. High heater inside for ball 1. Paco regroups, the 1-0, kicks and fires, breaking ball down, it's 1-1. Eyeing the runner at second. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Got him to go after a good breaking ball in the dirt. Now the Tiger sophomore, just one pitch away from getting his team out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch. Slider stays a bit up. It's 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Peko. Slider gets him to swing through it for strike 3, make it back-to-back punch-outs out of the bullpen for Peko. He is fired up as he does his job to perfection out of the gate as we head to stretch time here at Rab Rogers Field. Your score is SNU 5, Ouachita 3. Tigers will be looking to rally when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiate.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
There you get a look at the second straight punch out of the bullpen for Tag Peko. He did his job to perfection, entering the ball game in the top of the 7th inning, holding a runner in scoring position and allowing him to advance no further. Now it's going to be up to the Tiger bats to try and knot up this game, or perhaps even take the lead here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Batting for the Tigers, left fielder G. Allen.
So now we will see G. Allen, the academic and athletic All-American from a year ago, also an All-Star in the Coastal Plain League with the Forest City Owls. He fouls this one away for a strike. Allen, entering this weekend, was one of, in fact, he was the only player to be named in the top 5 in both stolen bases and home runs in the GAC. He currently sits at number 2 in the conference in stolen bases, and he's also in the top 5 in homers, although he might have dipped down a little bit too thanks to the efforts of his teammates Bermudez and Quinones. Both of them have at least 1 home run this weekend. Quinones has 2. Quinones gonna have to wait on at least 1 more pitch here to Allen as he fouls this one into the backstop. You could hear it ricochet off of our mic out there. Here's the 1-2. High and in, very tempting, but Allen does just manage to hold back. That's one of those locations where you usually see guys swing out of self-defense, but Allen stands his ground. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball stays down, can't tempt the senior. Now the count is run full. The payoff pitch, ripped to the right side. That is a fair ball. Scooped up by Hicks. He makes a diving effort. That is going to be out number 1. Allen was saying something there to the home plate umpire as if he had seen something, but he is going to be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th, and now Mikey Quinones steps up. Tigers down to their final 8 outs of the ball game. Quinones will pop this one out of play foul. Ouachita could really use a long ball here, like the handful they got yesterday in the doubleheader. This one darts inside on Quinones. It's 1-1. 1-2 now to Quinones. The 1-2 pitch fouled off to the right side, and now the senior from Phoenix, Arizona will get to see one more. Cade Burris due up on deck as Michael Quinones calls time at home plate. Just in his second year with the program, but already one of the Tigers' top home run hitters ever. He gives this one a pretty good ride out to right field, but it will die just shy of the warning track for out number 2. Just goes to show you the power of Quinones. He was reaching for that one, and he still almost found a way to sneak it over the wall. Instead, he's going to give it a long ride for out number 2, and now Cade Burris is due up at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat, misses the outer half for ball 1. The 1-0 from Phillips. Better location this time down in the zone. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Had him fooled by a good breaking ball on the outer half. It'll be fouled away. The 1-2. This is low and inside. 2-2 now to Burris. Senior trying to battle up here with 2 strikes. Phillips kicks and fires. Can't find the bottom of the zone. It's 3-2. Talon Heine waiting on deck, and he would like another shot at the plate. We'll see if he can get it here in inning number 7. Payoff pitch. Misses outside for ball 4. Sebastian Figa was already rolling it over towards the mound, thinking that was strike 3 in the end of the inning. Instead, SNU's going to have to stay put. And Phillips is going to have to face off against Talon Heine. Heine representing the potential tying run in this ball game. Joseph Bolin standing on deck for the Tigers. First pitch. That pitch misses on the outer half for a ball. Phillips has been very close on those last couple of pitches on the outer half. Check on the runner at first. He is back in time. Cade Burris, not a known stolen base threat. He's only attempted 1 stolen base this year, and he was caught stealing. 1-0, hangs on the pitcher a little bit. That is going to be hit into the gap for extra bases. Burris is headed for third. He's got the green light. He's headed for home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's going to be close. Gets away. And now Heine scampering up to third. Talon Heine makes this a 1-run ball game with a 2-out extra base hit. Take another look now. Just a hanging curveball. Heine's eyes lit up, sent it into the gap. Burris had the green light all the way. Bo Burson gives Cade Burris the green light at third. And it was close, but the ball gets away from the catcher, and that allows Heine to scamper up to third base. So there you go, another senior highlight reel moment in this senior weekend that has proved quite memorable for the Tigers. Although Bolin's only a sophomore, he'd like to provide the Tigers with a memorable moment, and that's exactly what he does. The El Dorado native scores Talon Heine, and we've got a brand new ball game in inning number 7. It's 5-5.
Now batting second baseman, Wesley Scott.
Joseph Bolin with his 28th run batted in of the year. As we take another look, fastball right down Main Street. Bolin stays within himself, pulls it to left field, and ties up the game. Now we're going to have a mound visit to Phillips as he looked unshakable heading into the last few at-bats. Now Sebastian Figa wants to make sure that his pitcher's okay. Go-ahead run stands on first base. Another insurance run at the plate in the form of Scott. To say that this is an important at-bat would be an understatement. First pitch. Hits it spot low and away for a strike. The 0-1 from Phillips. Again stays up. Bufford sticks with it. Throw to first is late, and it gets past. Runners headed up to third. Will he have the green light to go home? Bolin is going to hold up at third base. The senior stepped up. Now it's the young guy's turn as Colin Lyle steps up to the plate with a chance to give the Tigers the lead.
Now batting first baseman, Colin Lyles.
Take another look right here. It hung a little bit for Scott as he's able to pull it to the left side. Bufford struggles with it, rushes, thrower to first is high and away. That allows both men to take an extra base. That is the third error committed today by Chance Bufford. Here's the 1-1. Lyles fouls it off behind home plate. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. Lyles takes it down low. It's 2-2. Tiger fans giving the freshman plenty of encouragement. And he's ready to battle here. Takes a fastball high and away, 2-2. Lone Star State native wants to put his team on top. Swing and a miss for strike 3. It's a drop third strike. Here's the throw down to first. Throw is there in time, but the damage has been done. The Tigers strike for 2 runs to tie up the ball game. And as we head to the 8th, your score is Ouachita 5, SNU 5. This is Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Tag Payco back out there on the mound for the Tigers. It has been a memorable final conference game at Rab Rogers Field here in 2024. The Tigers Currently tied up 5-all after scoring a couple of runs in the bottom half of the 7th. Talon Heine with an RBI base hit. Follow that up with an RBI base hit by Joseph Bolin. Officially, it was a double for Talon Heine with a throwing error charged to Chance Bufford that allowed him to go up to third base. That was the second of the inning for Bufford, his third total error of the game. Certainly been a drastic change for him in the field as of recent. He was showing some excellent defense to start out the game. Payco misses down low. That's ball one. Tigers trying to retire Jacob Martinez for the first time today. He hasn't gotten a hit yet, but he has reached base safely 3 times via the walk. So far, count is even. The 1-1. An old tapper sent off to the right side and towards the SNU dugout. The 1-2 from Payco. Curveball. Stays down. It's 2-2. Another opportunity as the 2-2 is fouled into the backstop. Count remains even at 2 apiece. The 2-2 pitch. Slider stays a bit up. It's 3-2. Payco looking for his third punch out of the ball game and just 3 batters faced. The payoff pitch popped up, should be playable in shallow right field. 2 men closing in. Bolin is going to wave off Wesley Scott for out number 1. And with 1 away, we will see Chase Hudson at the plate. Hudson so far today has been one of the best bats in this lineup for SNU. He's 2 for 3. He's got a run batted in on a double. First pitch swinging here. And it's 0-1. Next pitch from Payco. Hit right back up the middle. Unfortunately for SNU, that is right to Talon Heine for out number 2.
Now batting designated hitter Trey Orman.
So now we will see Trey Orman at the plate following that line out where, despite the hard contact, Talon Heine quite literally had to take 1 step to haul it in. Fastball to start out the at-bat, and it hits the spot. That's strike 1. Orman, only 1 hit on the day, but it was a memorable one, a 3-run home run back in the 6th that gave SNU the lead. That lead was erased just moments ago by a 2-run bottom of the 7th from Ouachita. 1-1 pitch, going after a nasty breaking ball in the dirt. And now Payco, 1 strike away from making it 5 batters retired out of the bullpen. The 1-2 misses outside. It's 2-2. Quinones gets set behind the plate. 2-2 is fouled off to the right side, setting up with the outside fastball that time. Although he was a little bit late, Trey Orman does make enough contact to send it back out of play. Here's the 2-2 again. Again, Orman reaching. Again, he just makes enough contact to put it out of play. The 2-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike 3. Watch the straight heater go right by him. Tag Peko retires 5 straight batters out of the bullpen. He struck out 3 of them. And as we head to the bottom of the 8th, the Tigers have a chance to take the lead. Let's give you one last look at this straight heater from the sophomore from Rockwall. An absolute beauty to send the Tigers to the break. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Reese McWilliams, Dustin Bermudez, and G. Allen set to lead us off here in inning number 8. In Game 3 of this senior weekend at Rab Rogers Field, Tigers looking for the sweep over SNU to claim a stake of 5th place heading into the final weekend of Great American Conference play. Reese McWilliams now up at the plate for the Tigers. Third baseman is 1 for 3 on the day. That one hit being an infield single. First pitch of the at-bat, taken on the outside corner for a strike. He is going to foul this one off to the left side towards the home dugout. Now it's quickly 0-2. Gunnar Phillips trying to get a very important out, number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. 0-2 swung and missed for strike 3. Good reaction by Sebastian Figa behind home plate. And he is able to throw down to first in time for out number 1. So Gunnar Phillips set to face off against the top of the order. And there is a lefty getting loose for SNU. So if need be, the Crimson Storm has that option. Bermudez going to take a look at the first one for a strike. Bermudez 1 for 3 on the afternoon. He's also walked once and stolen a base. Swinging for the fences that time. Can't make contact, however, it's 0-2. Phillips working quickly, the 0-2. High and away, it's 1-2. Phillips knows he can't just groove one here to one of the top bats in the Tiger lineup. 1-2 pitch. Misses down low, it's 2-2. You have to feel like the complexion of this game can be changed with one swing of the bat as Bermudez pops this one up into shallow center field. Center fielder ranging in, and he is going to make the play for out number 2. Following the put out from Jacob Martinez, we will see G. Allen due up at the plate. The senior is 1 for 4 on the afternoon and looking to make it 3 straight games with multiple hits against the Crimson Storm. First pitch taken outside for a ball. He's gotten extended on a few this weekend, although he's gotten under them. Still looking for that first home run of the series. And you have to think he's looking for one he can drive right here. 2-0 count, 2 away, nobody on. 2-0 pitch. Just going to clip the zone for a strike. Phillips has that little looping breaking ball that just does sneak back in. 2-1. Similar location, although it was a little bit further off the plate. It's 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Allen thought about going after it, appeal down. And they'll say he held up in time. It's a 5-pitch walk to the Tiger left fielder. And now Mikey Quinones steps up to the plate with the go-ahead run already on base. It has been quite the season for Quinones. He battled injury early, bounced back, and has had a fantastic final stretch here at the end of the year. 357 all told for the campaign. He's got 12 home runs, second on the team, also tied for the team lead in RBIs. First pitch here, breaking ball that stays outside for ball one. Similar to Orman, Phillips likes his off-speed stuff, especially that curveball. We've seen him depend on it a lot here in the later innings. Quinones going to send one to the hole. That's through for a base hit. And that could be trouble based on the location. Allen's heading for third, and he's going to hold up there. It's a single for Mikey Quinones that puts the go-ahead run just 90 feet away. And speaking of seniors that have battled back from adversity to put together stellar final campaigns with the Tigers, wouldn't this be an exclamation point on the year for Cade Burris? First pitch of the at-bat misses down and away. That's ball one. Burris thus far today is 0 for 2, but he's also walked twice. So it's clear that these pitchers respect the Tiger DH. The 1-0 misses outside. It's 2-0. That last pitch, the 50th of the outing for Gunnar Phillips, the 2-0, is ripped to left field, and that will fall for a go-ahead single. Cade Burris on senior weekend puts the Tigers on top in the bottom of the 8th inning with 2 away. It's 6-5 Ouachita.
Now batting center fielder Talon Heine.
Phillips going to old reliable. That looping breaking ball, unfortunately, that one hung just a little bit too much. And Burris capitalizes with a go-ahead single. Looks like that might be the day for Phillips, as there is a lefty getting loose. And indeed, they make the point out to the mound. Grant Ledbetter's looking for a change on the bump. We'll tell you more about the new pitcher when we come back. Tigers have taken the lead here on Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Parker Presley is the new pitcher on the mound for SNU, and he comes into this game with his team trailing by 1. Cade Burris putting the Tigers on top. Now a 6-5 lead for Ouachita.
Nazarene, number 10, Parker Presley.
Tigers looking to hang on for the series sweep over SNU. Presley is a left-hander from Ada, Oklahoma, home of a GAC rival in the form of the ECU Tigers. But instead, he's taken his golden left arm to Bethany, Oklahoma. Everyone receiving a chance to catch their breath and get ready for this important at-bat. Also gives the fans in attendance a chance to soak in. A moment of relaxation here in the final regular season conference game at Rab Rogers Field this year. Again, the Tigers have a midweek game tomorrow, and hopefully next week they can go on the road, defeat the Henderson State Reddies, and then back right here at Rab Rogers Field for the first round of the Great American Conference Tournament in the first weekend of May. But right now the Tigers need to take care of business against the Crimson Storm to set up that big series with HSU. They've taken the lead, but now they've got to hold on to it and maybe give the pitching staff a little bit of insurance. Here's the 1-0 from Presley. Popped up into shallow right field. Right fielder's going after it, lays out for it, and it ends up falling as a foul ball. Talon Heine gets a chance to regroup. He has been an important part of this comeback. In fact, he started it with a double back in the 7th that made this a one-run ball game. He was later brought home on an RBI single from Joseph Bolin. Field down to first. He held up in time. That's ball 2. Two-one pitch, fastball, catches the outside corner. It's 2-2. Parker Presley looking to get out of the jam with limited damage done. Looking to get his team back to the plate. Here we go, 2-2 pitch. Eyeing the runner. Here it is. Jam shot off the bat and is going to scoot past the first baseman. So as Weston Hicks returns to his spot at first, again, everybody getting a chance to catch their breath. You can see Talon Heine taking a lot of deep breaths in this at-bat. He knows what's at stake in this one. 2-2 pitch. Darts way too far outside. Had it not been from a valiant effort by Sebastian Figa, that might have been heading to the backstop. Check on the runner at first. He is back in time. Hicks was a little late to react. With a full count, 2 away in the inning, both runners will be in motion. Here's the pitch from Presley. Misses down low for ball 4. And now Joseph Bolin, who tied up this ball game in the bottom of the 7th, has a chance to break it wide open. He steps up to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 away in the inning. 1 for 3 on the day. That one hit being the RBI single mentioned just moments ago. Here's the pitch from Presley. Stays up in the zone and a little bit over the plate for strike 1. The 0-1 from Presley, breaking ball, a little bit deceiving, and Bolin's just able to foul it out of play. It's going to take a bounce off of the top of the press box. Presley trying to get out of the jam. 2 strikes, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Flew the fastball right by him for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Tigers strike for a go-ahead run courtesy of Cade Burris in what could be his last regular season, or what will be his last regular season conference game here at home. He puts the Tigers on top by 1. Of course, Burris and his team right now, they're fighting for a chance to play 3 more GAC games here in the tournament here in just a couple weeks. They have a chance to go one step further when we come back for the first time in a long time. Dustin Bermudez makes the move from shortstop to pitcher. We'll tell you more about the Chandler, Arizona native stats when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
Welcome back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. This is something that we have not seen in quite a while. Dustin Bermudez is taking over on the mound and looking to record the save and finish off the series sweep of the SNU Crimson Storm. With the way the results have been going for the Tigers lately at Rab Rogers Field, it's easy to forget that Dustin Bermudez is in fact the closing pitcher for the Tigers. A 2-way star for Ouachita that set a new school record for single season saves in the 2023 campaign. As it stands, he's currently number 2 on the program's all-time leaderboard for saves. He could creep up even closer to first before this one's over. You can see Mikey Quinones on your screen right there. Another transfer in from Arizona. DB from Chandler, Arizona. Mikey from Phoenix. And we've also got a defensive substitution at third base. He is not from Arizona, but he is from Vicksburg, Mississippi. That is Kieran Terrio. Reese McWilliams going to make the move over to short. Everything else is going to stay the same defensively.
Batting for the Crimson Storm, number 27, Chance Bufford.
Chance Bufford digging in for the Crimson Storm. Here's the first pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike. Bermudez trying to lock down what is just his 4th save of the year. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, 1-1. One swung on and missed for strike 2. Going for the cutter that time. Never a bad trick to have in your bag as a closer. Just ask Mariano Rivera. 1-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him to swing through it up high again for the first out here in the top of the 9th. That is the 20th strikeout of the year for Dustin Bermudez. And it'll bring up Sebastian Figa. Take one last look here. That cutter is just filthy. First pitch of the at-bat runs high and away. It's 1-0. The junior catcher from Odessa, Florida, desperately wanting to even up this ball game. 1-0. Catches the outside corner for a strike, going with a straight heater that time. Bermudez wasting no time. He's wanting to go right to work. The 1-1 pitch, cutter, locks him up on the outside corner for strike 2. There you get a look at the stats as Bermudez fires in the 1-2. Going back to old reliable, the cutter, but this one just missed the plate for ball 2. Bermudez looking for the punch out, the 2-2 pitch. Locks him up on the outside corner for strike 3. Freezes Sebastian Figa in his tracks, and now he is headed back to the dugout as the second strikeout victim of the inning. It all comes down to Oliver Wilson, the senior from Washington, Oklahoma, looking to help his team stave off a sweep on the road against the Ouachita Tigers. First pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. Here's the 0-1 now from Bermudez. Curveball stays outside. Going with another curveball. This one stays a bit up, also outside. It's 2-1 to Wilson. The 2-1 from Bermudez. Watches it go by, down in the zone. It's 3-1. Good take on the fastball, just below the knees. Left-handed batter certainly not trying to press too much, and he's going to watch the fastball miss outside for ball 4. It's a 5-pitch walk to Wilson. That is the second time that Wilson has walked today, and it will bring up Colby Entwistle, which would be a fitting final challenge for the Tigers. He is 2 for 2 on the day. 1 run batted in, and he's got a sacrifice to his name. Going to take one up in the zone for a ball. He is actually 2 for 3. Or excuse me, he is 2 for 2 with 2 sacrifices, as he has a sac bunt, a sac fly, and now we're going to have a mound visit between Bermudez and Quinones. Bermudez and Quinones joined the program 1 year apart, both part of the same senior class. And although they've only been together for a couple of years now, they have really developed a strong bond. The Arizona talent pool has certainly been kind to Ouachita over the past couple of years, giving the Tigers some of their most memorable stars, not only in recent memory, but all time. As Bermudez going to get Entwistle to look at this one for a strike. 2-2 pitch. Little looper sent out to left field. That ball's going to fall. Long turn from Wilson. He retreats back to second. And things are getting interesting. 2 men on, 2 out. And now Blake Brinkmeyer, the freshman, has a chance to be a hero. Can he find a way to tie up the ball game and extend this game at least a little bit longer? Or will Dustin Bermudez, despite a 2-out rally here, find a way to hold the Crimson Storm off the scoreboard and send the home fans happy? Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike. Bermudez set to go, his 0-1. 2-seam fastball hit out to third. Sliding effort, Terrio flips it over to second, and that will be your ball game. Another senior highlight to close out the weekend. Dustin Bermudez records his 4th save of the year
Final score of today's game,
And he
Washington
does
6,
so to break out the brooms in a senior weekend sweep. Good night, Arkadelphia. Tigers win.
tomorrow for a non-conference game against Harding. First pitch is set for 3
Washita
right here at Rand
takes
Rogers
all
Field.
3 games against SNU. Nice sliding effort here at the hot quarter by Kieran Terrio. How about the recognition, too, to flip it over to second where Wesley Scott was covering? Probably not the final play that the Tigers had envisioned, but they certainly aren't going to complain. It's a fantastic finish to a fantastic weekend to the Tigers as Washita wins its 3rd straight against SNU, repeating their efforts of 2022 when they also swept the Crimson Storm right here in Arkadelphia. And my goodness, they have set themselves up for quite the series next weekend across the street. It's going to be Battle of the Ravine against the Henderson State Reddies. Both teams currently tied with a share of 5th place. And given that the other top 4 teams are facing each other, you have to think that the winner of Battle of the Ravine is going to have a really big chance to go ahead and claim that 4th seed to try and host a series in the opening round of the Great American Conference Tournament. The Tigers did their job this weekend. They needed a sweep. That's what they got. You take a look at the updated standings. Washita is going to leapfrog Northwestern Oklahoma State as they are now half a game over. That last cancellation really hurting the Rangers in that scenario, but still plenty of baseball left to be played out in the plains of Oklahoma. The Rangers have proven to be a thorn in the side of many Arkansas teams. We'll see if they can make another run here at the end of the regular season and into the postseason. Your official decisions for today. With the win for the Tigers, in relief, it's Tag Payco. Payco is going to pick up his 3rd victory on the year in 5 decisions. Can't argue with that. 5 batters faced, 5 batters retired, and 3 men set down via the punch-out. Getting the save today, Dustin Bermudez. 1 inning of work, 2 men struck out. A little bit of 2-out adversity there. SNU did manage to string together a hit and a walk. However, Bermudez does strand the runner as he's able to get a fielder's choice at second. And then the loss today is going to go to Gunnar Phillips. Phillips with 2 2/3 innings of work under his belt and even 50 pitches on the day. He allows 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. On the offensive side of things, it was well distributed today in terms of offense for the Tigers. G. Allen goes 1 for 4, walks once, but he also comes around to score twice. Mikey Quinones leads the way in the hit parade, going 3 for 5, and he also drove in a run to help him tie for the team lead in ribbies with 38. The big RBI of the day, though, came off of the bat of Cade Burris. Burris goes 1 for 3 with an RBI single, also walked twice. But again, that single, another senior weekend highlight as the senior DH from Walnut Ridge, Arkansas, able to put the Tigers on top. Bermudez locks it down in the 9th, and that was all she wrote for this one. Also got to point out a few other bats, though, that brought home runs. Talon Heine scores 1 on an RBI double. Joseph Bolin tied up the game in the 7th with a single, and then Wesley Scott helped with the rally as well, scoring an RBI on a fielder's choice. All told today, 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Tigers, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors on the day for Southern Nazarene. On the Crimson Storm side of things, Colby Entwistle had a fantastic day, 3 for 3, run batted in. And the other multi-hit performance in this one was Chase Hudson going 2 for 4 with an RBI double. Also worth noting, Jacob Martinez had 3 walks on the day, and he scored twice. Only 1 hit for Trey Orman, the starting pitcher today, but he made it count. A 3-run home run that gave SNU the lead in the 6th inning. Fortunately for the Tigers, that was the last time that the Crimson Storm would cross the plate today. But that does it for our statistical breakdown here on Senior Weekend at Rab Rogers Field. This is the final regular season conference game at Rab Rogers Field, but as we mentioned just a few moments ago, the Tigers with a Battle of the Ravine series next week could very well punch their ticket to one of those top 4 seeds, and they will get the opportunity to perhaps host one of the opening round matchups in the Great American Conference Tournament. The winner of those series going on to the GAC semifinals in North Little Rock, Arkansas at Dickey-Stevens Park. Although this is the last regular season conference game at the RAB, this is not the last regular season game, period. In fact, we're going to be back here tomorrow. It will be a non-conference bout between the Ouachita Tigers and the Harding Bisons, and you can catch that game right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. But that is going to do it for this senior weekend presentation of Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. On behalf of this OSDN senior and our entire staff here at the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, we thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and go Tigers.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.